Detroit Lions.
The career's my estate when you in your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. And off we go from Ford Field. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson. I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. The tight end going in motion to the left. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd down, 3 to go. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Open man is the tight end right. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down. As this defense can't come up with the play they needed, they surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a 1st down.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Packers' 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Gibbs. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Really nice job here defensively, not only to get the penetration and to clog those run lanes, but they're able to take him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up And now they face third down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's Gibbs. A short kick down to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Here now, second down and goal. One more time, they try Gibbs. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on third and goal? Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one caught at the 4.
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone, and the last thing you want to do here is settle for 3. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest of the game, and let's see what they dial up here on fourth down.
They'll try it now with Montgomery. And he barrels his way into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Ooh. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Love. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. 3rd down coming up.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when fourth and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. Hey, this upcoming week, it marks one of our favorite times of the year here at EA Sports. It's the kickoff to John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Week. Big John's such a presence on that holiday for so many of us. And we look forward to a big slate of games coming up on Thanksgiving. Packers and Lions start things out, followed by the Chiefs and Cowboys. What a scene that will be. And then finally, the Bengals and the Ravens on Thursday night.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Goff. He'll step up and run.
7-yard gain. That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn it to a runner.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A run up the middle, it's good. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Back-to-back plays by this defense now, Mike, winning these early downs. They get the sack on first, the tackle for loss on second, and now it brings up 3rd and long.
3rd and long. Here's Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Packers offense about ready to get going. On their 2nd possession, they'll begin with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Love. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, it's Love. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Green Bay.
One of the tight ends motions right. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut, where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
Go right back to Musgrave. He's got it again. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 41, here's second and 7. Here's Love. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he will score. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. The kicks away. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. To throw is Goff. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Xavier McKinney up there to make the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin this second quarter. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On the ground, this is Gibbs. He'll push forward for about a yard. Edgar and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
50-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And he's very close to a first down, out of bounds right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is 4th down.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision.
And he's going to have the Lions first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs, left side. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
On 2nd down, Goff. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop. Gets in to bring him down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Goff, and that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here's Jack Fox now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave.
Complete to Musgrave. Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
So, from the 37, here's second and 5. We'll go play action with Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Love to throw. That is pulled in by Musgrave. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
Second and 10. Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Third and a long way to go. Now Love. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
From the 23, here's second down. Back to throw is Love. He's got it at about the 8. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
That's another Packers first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space. And
he's got his big tight end, Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown, Packers.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Lions offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any CD can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
On the play. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. Open man is the tight end right. Now a stoppage. We have an injured Lion. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Gibbs.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, Detroit.
And it's a big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of his first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Gibbs. Finding space at the 15. And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Williams. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 1st down, it's Love. This one, up top for Dobbs. And this will be incomplete.
So you take the field as a defense, and you understand that the opposing team just gave up points. They want to grab back some of the momentum, some of the energy on the sideline. In the back of your head, you're saying, all right, they're going to take a shot probably within these first couple plays. Here they did it on the first play. It's exactly what happened. Good coverage, and falls incomplete.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 2. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Now a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Love. He's got his man, right side, it's complete.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Downfield, he's got his receiver whipped. That one good for 26 yards.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. They're able now to go down and come away with points. They'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions' 31-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Packers.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Packers.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. and it'll be second down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Did you see him get off the quarterback? He's like, man, hold that ball for one tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. And you can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Touchdown, Packers.
McManus on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Packers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. They'll begin first and 10.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Look, y'all can't talk about basic.
Goff to throw. Pass completed is St. Brown. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. The Lions called their first timeout as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10. Throwing here is Goff. Catch is made by Wright. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
Brings up second and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Here comes second and 4. Goff to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
It's third and 4. Goff. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5. but it will keep the drive going.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. 25-yard line. The Packers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this to about the 28. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle.
At the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Love. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
That is into the hands of Wicks. And he'll be forced out of bounds. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Anytime you're playing zone defense and everybody's eyes are on the quarterback, it's really easy to lose sight of some of the receivers. That's exactly what happened here. He started all the way on the far side of the field and worked his way across. Found a soft spot in the zone, and quarterback's able to put it on him.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Love. That's into traffic, but taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Love. That's complete to Jacobs. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
He's got it at about the 8. And he's in! Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
Lions 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Lions offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And this is what happens when your offensive line and your back are in sync and on the same page. Great job by the O-line distorting the defense at the point of attack, and then the running back understanding where that hole is, hitting it full speed, brings up
Jahmyr Gibbs. And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Here's Bates for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions are back to within 7. It's 28-21.
Lions 21.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Packers offense in wideout, Matthew Golden, headed for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. on the bootleg. It's Love. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
At the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They'll go play action with Love. That's caught downfield. Dobbs. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
That's just great footwork near the sideline, Mike. I mean, the ball comes out on time, really good ball placement. So all he has to make sure he does is secure the catch inbounds, and it's exactly what he does.
In motion, it's Golden. On play action, Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
So the best thing this wide receiver is able to do here, Mike, on this crossing route is once he gets the ball in his hands, he's able to put his foot in the ground and get vertical. So often you see these guys get strung out sideline to sideline, and they're not able to pick up big yards after the catch. So really nice job here, and it leads to a big gain. I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
10 yards.
A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Seemed like the receiver might ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's Jacobs, and he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Lions 21.
As the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And this will be a Lions 1st down as the tackle's made at about the 38-yard line.
And the Lions 1st down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running.
Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to take this one all the way into the end zone. There is a marker down. We're going to get the call, but I think this one is going to stand.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined.
The
Bates
kicker
now
on
for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions back within 7. It's 35-28.
Lions 28.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Here's Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done. And really nice job here by the defensive front.
He'll go underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allowed him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard. Now, faking the give. Throw on the run is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback. Not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. In trouble, and down he goes.
It might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Over the middle, the tight end Musgrave. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. To throw is Love. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
And with that sack, it should put an end to what's been a very promising drive up until this point. Great job of bend without breaking, getting yourself off the field when the opportunity presented itself.
Packers set to kick this one away. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. He is out of bounds. Going to mark it at the 24-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
This is a clear example of a running back who really trusts his speed. He understands if he just holds his line towards the sideline, he's going to outrun most of the defenders on the field. That's exactly what he does. Picks up the 1st down before being forced out of bounds.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, mark it at the 31.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
They'll go play action with Goff, who outs another catch for his favorite target. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. A gain there of 15. Good for a Lions 1st first down.
First down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
First down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. Frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
Once again, it's Gibbs. Finding room to the 20. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And they'll bring him. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. On first down, it's Love. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
7-yard gain. And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Running is Jacobs. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Still first down.
Love to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. It's second down. Here's Love to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
There's that man again. Another catch. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Brings up second and a yard at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and a yard. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll run with Gibbs, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was brought down by Evan Williams. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's second down and 4. Throwing, Goff. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Brings up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Just a really nice effort by the defense to challenge him right at the catch point. It's really the timing of the contact that really is able to dislodge the ball, and they get a fresh set of downs to work with if he's able to hold on to it. But because of the hit, he can't squeeze it, and now they find themselves looking at fourth down.
Makes the score Lions 38, Packers 35.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Here's Williams on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Love. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
2nd and 10. Here's Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Love.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
On comes the Packers punting team. They forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
Putting the tight end in motion. They'll run it to the right here with Gibbs. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, now this brings up 3rd down, Mike, and a really tough call for this coach. Does he want to remain aggressive, put the ball in the air and try to keep this offense on the field? Or can he be a little more conservative, not be afraid to punt the ball away, and hope his defense can finish this game out?
Right side and brought in by Williams. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
The only way the quarterback has time to allow that receiver to go that far is if the big boys up front do their job. I mean, the protection was excellent. The quarterback had all the time in the world to let his wide receiver work open, and when you can pass protect like that, you're going to generate a lot of big plays. The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. From the gun, it's Goff. It's over the middle, caught to Slaw. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Detroit.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Still 1st down.
Goff to throw. That's caught by Slaw. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
At the Packers' 18-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. This is caught at 2. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Packers 35.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Packers offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now Love toward the middle. That one caught by Watson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they come up for 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. He's going to uncork one. Looking for Wicks. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off from their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers first down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They pick it up on 4th and 2.
They knew they were in a tough spot here defensively. Anytime a team gets you down into these 4th and short situations, we've kind of seen this take hold in the NFL. The ability of offenses to generate first downs on 4th down continues to improve year after year, and defenses have a hard time winning these gotta-have moments.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still one timeout left. Final minute, 1st and 10. That is into the hands of Wicks. They'll come up now for second down. From the gun, it's Love. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. In need of a recovery and a quick field goal. Here comes the onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Lions offense getting set to get back to work. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win here for the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.